Hello everybody, and welcome back to Cooking with Grandma. It has been very hot here in Ontario, Canada, where I live, so I haven't been doing a lot of baking or cooking, but today's recipe we're going to make a no-bake dessert, and it looks so yummy. I'm going to show you a picture of it before we start, and then we can see what mine looks after. This is from the Mr. Food website. There you go. That's what we're making right there. It is called, okay, let's see, chocolate eclair cake. And it's very simple. It's got like 4 ingredients. You need graham crackers, chocolate frosting, vanilla pudding, and Cool Whip. That's it. So we're going to get started on that. Right now today in my city it is 42 degrees Celsius. So if any Americans are out there watching, you do the math. That is, you double that and add 30. So that's about 111 degrees, I know. And it's very humid. So we're just going to do no bake projects for now. So what we need to start with, we have to line our 9x13 pan with a sleeve of graham crackers. I did not have enough graham crackers, so I had these little cookies, these little Maria cookies, and they'll do just fine. They're close in texture and not as taste, but very close in texture. So I use that for my bottom layer, and I have enough graham crackers for the middle and the top layer. So now to the bowl, we're going to add in, we have to put the pudding mix and the milk. So we need 2 4-ounce envelopes of instant vanilla pudding. There we go. And I'm just going to grab my milk out of the refrigerator. Alright, and we need 3 cups of milk to go in the pudding. Not usually use a cup for each box of pudding, but this calls for 3 cups. Yeah, 3 cups. So I'm gonna, actually if I could hit the bowl, some of that went on my counter. I'm gonna have to add just a titch more than 3 cups because I spilled about, I don't know, a tablespoon or so. Alright, open another bag here. And we had 2 cups go in, or just about 2 cups. So I'm gonna do just a titch over 3 to account for the one that I spilled. So we put the 3rd cup in, and I'm going to put my milk away because it's too hot, so hold on 1 second. Okay. We whisk together the pudding mix and milk, and then we're going to add the whipped topping. Mix that together, and it's instant pudding, so it's going to get it's going to thicken up pretty much right away. Doesn't take much. If you've ever made instant pudding, it's really quite good, and the kids love it. Adults love it. I used to make this for my kids. I'd get like chocolate vanilla, and if they had another butterscotch or whatever, and I'd layer it and make little parfaits for them. Even in the winter, this is a nice little dessert. It's not that unhealthy. You know, it's got 19 grams of sugar, but that's 1/4 of the package unmade. Like, who's going to eat the vanilla the pudding powder? So it's not that bad. Alright, so we got that in. Just going to stir it for a little bit until it gets a little thicker. Okay, so whisk together pudding mix and milk, add the whipped topping, stirring until mixture is thickened. So the whipped topping, I need 1 12-ounce container. So I have a container here. Let's see where it says how many. No, this is 1 liter. So I'm just going to measure out 12 ounces, which is 1.5 cups. Not exactly sure how much. I don't do good in calculating liters to cups or ounces or, you know, metric things. Although I've been in Canada for quite some time, I still have to look it up. I'll go ask Google, what does that mean? So we're going to measure out 1.5 cups. We're going to measure out 12 ounces. It might be this whole container. We'll find out, won't we? And I've never made this dessert before, so all my listeners and viewers here are going to learn it together. Okay, so we got a lot left over, so that's good. I'll put it in the freezer for some other time. Okay, so there's 12 ounces, which is a cup and a half. We're putting that in the pudding. This isn't quite the recipe, the dessert you want to use if you're dieting, because it's quite rich. I mean, the pudding's not that many calories, and then you get the whipped cream, but there's your calories. And then the chocolate pudding, chocolate frosting on top. It does call for 1 tub of Betty Crocker or whatever kind of chocolate frosting. I've just got powdered sugar and some cocoa powder. I'm just going to whip up a little small batch of chocolate pudding on my own. Okay, so that's pretty thick. I don't think it's going to, if I whip too much, it's going to take all the nice air out of the whipped cream. So I'm going to quit there, and I will put that aside. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to put half of this pudding mixture over the graham crackers. So I'm going to get a rubber spatula here. There we go. And we're going to put half. We're going to eyeball it. I'm not going to measure this out. I'm just going to eyeball it. Oh, I'm going to, actually, a lot of the pudding is on the bottom here. I'm going to fold it a little bit more, get it all incorporated better. There. Now I'm just going to eyeball it, and I'm going to put half of it in. That was a pretty full bowl, so there we go. That looks like half. Now we're going to spread this on your crackers very carefully, because they want to move around. Once you get it on them, they stay put. And it's just getting the first layer covered. No, hold still there, you guys. You're going to get eaten for dinner here. You're going to have breaded chicken buns, chicken burgers on chicken burgers. And then I have some chicken breast. I'm going to bread them and put them on a bun with some lettuce and tomato. And that's going to be our supper for tonight, because it is too hot to do much of anything. I don't need the oven. I can put them in the oven, my chicken breast, and cook them, but I'll just do them in my electric frying pan. And a little bit more here. We didn't have quite enough to reach the corner. So, alright, so that looks good. It's all covered. And it looks like I did about half. We do 2 layers. Oh, there we go. I want all the cookies all the way covered. Okay. Now we're going to repeat the layers with the graham crackers. So we want the graham crackers to cover the whole bottom of the pan. Not sure which way is best to put these. I don't know if it'll cover better that way or straight. I'm not sure. I guess it doesn't matter, because it's an 8-inch pan, or sorry, 9 by 13-inch pan, so wherever they want to fit. They're going to fit either way, I suppose. So we're just going to, it doesn't matter if they broke, because you know what, just put them in there. If they didn't break or go quite in half for you. There, perfect. And I have 1 sleeve for the top layer. So now we have the graham crackers on the middle layer, and then now we put the rest of the whipped cream mixture on this layer. This will definitely have to stay in your refrigerator, because the pudding will set a little bit more. But with whipped cream and pudding, you definitely don't want to leave this outside, out of the fridge, no matter how cool it is in your house. This is a refrigerated dish. Yeah, I'm just going to spread that all nicely. Okay, there we go. That was a lot easier. It spread a lot easier over the graham crackers. I may not have had quite half. I made a little bit less than half by the looks of it, but it's okay. It's all on there. It's all good. Okay, and now what we do is we take our third, My recipe went away. Okay, sorry about that. My recipe, there it is. Okay, so then top with the remaining graham crackers, and then spread with chocolate frosting and refrigerate it about 8 hours so it's ready to use. I probably should have done this in a glass pan so you could see what it looks like with the layers, but it's not going to be set, but I will cut a piece just to show you what it looks like, how lovely and decadent. Now this takes a whole box of graham crackers. There's 3 sleeves in the box, and you need a whole box. You need 1 layer for the bottom, 1 layer for the middle, and 1 layer for the top. So it does take a lot of graham crackers. And I do believe I should have put them going facing the other way, because now I'm having to kind of break them and fit them. Again, that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Put it on there and fill it in. Here we go. And 1 piece down in the corner. Perfect. So now to this, we add our chocolate frosting. So I'm just going to set this aside for 1 second. And I'm going to get my bowl with my powdered sugar. Okay, so we're going to mix up I just put frosting sugar, icing sugar, and some cocoa, a little titch of milk, and some butter. I'm sorry, it's going to get loud for just a second. You do need the mixer for this part. You can buy a tub of pre-made chocolate frosting. When I made my grocery list to make this dessert, I forgot to add that, but I knew I had icing sugar and cocoa, so I thought that's okay. I'll make my own. Doesn't take that much of an effort to make frosting. Just a little more milk, because I do want it. I don't want it runny, but I want it very, very, very soft. More like thinner than you would for a cake. This is creamy. You know, if you've ever bought store-bought chocolate pudding or any kind of, frosting, you know how the consistency is, and that's what I'm going for here, to try to get it like the store kind. That looks pretty good. I'm just hoping that I added enough in there that it'll spread. If not, I can make a little batch more. So what I'm going to do now is bring my dessert back over here and put my crackers, make sure they're nice and flat. And now I'm going to spread my frosting on top. I probably am going to have to make a little more. We'll see. It doesn't have to be real thick, but it calls for the whole tub, so that is a good amount of chocolate frosting. There we are. Spread it nice and even over all the crackers. See if I made enough. I think I've made just enough. I think I can spread it and fit it, so it might not be as thick of a layer of chocolate frosting as if you use the whole can, but it's really good. It's covering, and it's just perfect. And it's just the right consistency. It's spreading very, very nicely, getting it right to the edge of the whole pan. There we go. Now I'm going to let this set for a little bit before I cut it to show you what it looks like cut on, because right now that's all you can see is the chocolate frosting. So I will pause this, let this set for a little bit, and come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, so my cake, I guess you can call it, Eclair cake, is set up, and this is what it looks like inside. Pudding is set. You can see all the layers. You can see the graham cracker, the pudding, the graham cracker pudding, and then the chocolate frosting on the top. Kind of slid a little bit. Maybe has a little bit more setting to do. but that's an idea. And if you saw the picture at the beginning of the video, let me know in the comments below if you think we did a good job of copying this. And again, this was from Mr. Foods. I get emails from them with that and the copycat recipes. So I hope you enjoy this chocolate no bake eclair cake and try it for yourself. Let me know in the comments if you've tried it, and hit the like button please and thank you, and subscribe if you haven't. And thank you to all my subscribers, new and old, and keep watching and keep learning how to bake with me. Have a good day everybody. Bye.